So this is our phone stand. Of course, that's a real fancy phone stand there, right? you can make this a charging station if you wanted. It's a pretty versatile fold. You can even make little fun boxes. So we're going to show you, or I'll show you, how to fold the model, the unit, and then I'll show you just some simple things you can do with it. So the first thing that you need, of course, is you'll need squares. And these are 15 centimeters, 6 inches. I'll start the first one with a double side so you can kind of see the sequence, but I always like this solid paper for my models, but I'll just put that away for now. So what you do is you fold it in half, and you can fold along with me. Fold it in half and open it up, turn it, and fold it in half in the other direction. And open it up and make a cupboard fold going to the center. So the outer borders edges go to the center on both sides. Now the fold that is right here, you'll see this fold here. You just want to reinforce that. Make that a mountain fold. Fold this in half so that it looks like kind of like a nice little rooftop or something. Now we've got two parts here we want to fold. So the first thing I'm going to do is just do this side only. And I'm going to create an X, valley folds of basically an X. I'm just going to fold this bottom edge, left edge, up to that center crease. Give it a really good crease right here. If you have a bone folder, that's great. And then you're going to open it up and take the top edge and fold it towards that center crease to lay right next to it. And just give that a really nice crease. So you basically now have an X on this side. So turn the paper and do the same thing on the other side. Fold basically that X and just fold so the bottom edge goes to the center crease. And now that top edge goes to the center crease. Now we've made all the folds now. This is the sequence, but now we're just going to collapse and do some things to make these turn into pyramids. So the first thing you do is to make a pocket, we're going to take this little triangle flap and I'm going to fold it backwards, right like this. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Just going to take that little triangle and I'm folding it backwards. So what we have now is it's getting ready to be turned into a pyramid. There's a fold here and I'm going to turn it over and show you. This fold, and I'm just going to kind of show you how it goes. It gets pushed in. So you're going to push this fold in. Let's see, I'm just pushing it. And now you see that pyramid shape it's happening. So I'm just going to push that fold. And what I need to do with that is push that whole thing that I pushed in. I'm just going to tuck it into that little pocket we made. All of the parts go in that. And of course, if you get stuck here, I'll do it again. So I'm just, as you can see, I'm pushing this in. And now I'm letting everything go under this flap, and I'm just going to close it. And I've got one side of the pyramid done. I'm going to do the same thing on this side. I'm just going to kind of get this little fold to go inward. So that's pushing it in. And you can even reinforce that by just kind of creasing it. And then I'm going to pick this little flap up. And I'm going to take that all and tuck it all in. And then close the flap back down. So you'll see that I have just made a unit. One of those little pyramid units, double pyramid, that's the name of this. So I'm going to get a paper that's so you can see the other side. Here we go. Here, I'll get a yellow piece. All right, so let's start with the color side down. We fold it in half. In one direction and open it up, fold it in half in the other direction. Now we open it up and we make cupboard doors on the top and the bottom sides. Okay, so with that, without having to turn it over or anything, we just reinforce this mountain fold that's already there. And now we have the mountain fold and these two sides that we need to make X's into. So I'm going to take the bottom edge, fold it over to the center and crease. And then I'm going to take the top edge, fold that to that center crease. Okay, now we've got the X on one side. So I'm going to do the same on this side. I don't have to turn the paper over necessarily. It just makes it, sometimes I do it that way, but it doesn't have to be done that way. So fold your bottom edge to that center, open it up, and fold the top edge to that center. Now I've got all my creases done there. This is all we need to do. But now we're just kind of going to assemble this. I'm taking the right little triangle flap and I'm tucking it. Just going to reverse the fold and tuck it backwards. Just nothing, I'm not making any new creases anymore. I'm going to also do the same on the opposite side. So I've got this side I've tucked in, and I'm going to tuck in the opposite side. Not really going to create a new crease. I just want to reverse that fold. So now I've got, it looks like that. So what we're doing is we're going to make this, these are going to be turned into pyramids, both of these sides, and all the creasing is done. So if you look at it, hold it with all the open sides up like this. And if you just push these, take your top the little corners and just kind of push, and it will naturally want to close up. Push, and then you can, if you push it, basically these sides need to come together. These little mountains right here are going to touch, and that's how, and you just have to take, you can even reinforce it, take that, now this little part inside here becomes a flap, and this is going to be a pocket where I'm putting my finger. So what I want to do is take just hold it open a little bit, take that whole section and just slide it into the pocket, and then close the pocket. And what that does is it creates that pyramid shape. You can see I have a pyramid on one side. So I'm going to do the same thing on this side. I'm just going to take my fingers, and I'm just going to push it in, and I'm just going to hold that together, kind of give it a nice crease. And then I'm going to open it just enough so I can open this little flap on the right side. I'm going to take that and bring it back. Just hide it under that flap. That's holding it together. And now my pyramid is done.